There are 5 questions you need to answer in your listing appointment. One of the questions that I get asked all the time is, what should I put in my listing presentation? Now, it is important, and I'm just gonna break this down into 5 questions that you should be answering in your listing appointment. And here's the thing, most of the time, the consumer doesn't even know that they have these questions. But I promise you that if you can answer these questions in your listing appointment, you will get the listing. So the first question that every consumer has is, how is this going to save me time? Now they may not come out and say, hey, how are you gonna save me time? But everybody wants to know because time is precious. So how are you gonna save them time? Give lots of examples of how you're going to make this process really easy for them and not time consuming. The second question that every consumer has, especially when it comes to listing their home, is how's this gonna save me money, right? People wanna know that. Let's get down to brass tacks. How much does this cost? So you need to make sure that as you're going over your marketing points and your plan, that you demonstrate to them how utilizing your services in the long term is actually gonna help them save money, because they really do want the answer to that question. The third question that's rattling around the head of every consumer is, how can you save me from the mental headache? In this terms, we're talking about selling our home. You guys know moving sucks, right? Selling your home sucks. Nobody likes it, especially in Phoenix in the summer when it's so hot. Can you make this easy for them? Easy for them to move and easy for them to work with you. The fourth question that they have, or that they're wondering, is, do you really have what it takes to sell my home? Do you have what it takes to make sure that I get to the closing table? We also call this social proof. They want to make sure that you can handle a transaction just like theirs. So make sure that you demonstrate in your listing presentation how you've handled transactions like this before, worked in this price point before. Show them some of your 200 plus 5-star reviews. Help them gain confidence that you're the agent to work with and you're going to get the job done. The fifth and final question, or maybe not final, but definitely the fifth question that every consumer has is, how can you make this fun for me, right? Like, again, remove the stress, remove the anxiety, take out the suck, save me time, save me money, get the job done, and make it fun, right? It's not always easy, but if you can address how working with you can actually be an enjoyable experience, you're gonna lock up that listing and leave the house with the listing agreement signed. Let's review. Save me time, save me money, remove the headache, can you really handle my transaction, and of course make it fun. Go back into your listing presentation and pinpoint where you answer all 5 of those questions. And if you don't, you know you've got a gap. Let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear how you're answering those 5 questions.